Alright guys, this is X99, the developer of Vektor Z. This is my 9th Steam title. I'm going to go ahead and be playing a game of this to get it up on Twitch and probably put it up on YouTube as well. We're going to be playing the game, and this is really my first time trying to play a full game, because it seems like every time I try to go in and play the game the last couple weeks developing it, I would find a bug or find something I needed to balance and pop back into the code. So this game has been kind of crazy because started as a, hey, let's see what I can do. I just had an idea, about a week before Christmas, and within 2 or 3 hours, I had the ship drawn, the asteroids drawn, hyperspace working really well, and I had a fun little game to play within 2 or 3 hours. And at that point, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and make a whole new Steam game out of this. And I had no idea at that time that I would be putting more than 100 hours into the game in the next 2 to 3 weeks. But that's exactly what I did. I have more than 100 hours of this game, of development team, that I've been streaming this game right here on Twitch. So there's one reason to follow me if you guys like watching people code, develop games, and stuff like that. Anytime I code or go in and add content to one of my games or whatever time, a lot of times I do stream that on my Twitch channel. I'll stream me coding. I like to do that because then I kind of get feedback from people watching. People see me playtest the idea or give me suggestions or whatever, and I like doing that. So anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into Vektor Z, my 9th Steam title on Steam. Right now, I have deleted my high score that I had from like a week ago when I was playing around with the game, and we want to see if I can, what I can do in Vektor Z, my own game, starting from scratch. So let's go ahead and jump in. So this is kind of my intro here. The game, you can simply hit the tab key. You can resize the window just like this. So all my games are like this that I have so far. Makes them, really streamer friendly. If you like to play like Dead by Daylight, for example, you're in a lobby or whatever, you want to play a quick game of like the best BJ, which is my blackjack game, or any of my games. You can resize the window whatever size you want simply by dragging a corner, or you can hit the tab key to do full screen. So let me go ahead and go into my game capture here. Get into it. Welcome to the stream. You guys are watching this on my YouTube channel or whatever, welcome. All right, want to go ahead and jump into the high scores, which you can do right here. And you can see that it put me at, because I came into the screen. So if you come to the high score screen, it's going to make sure that, it's going to put you at 0 if you don't have a score up here yet. Obviously, I haven't scored any points, but it's going to show me at 0 here. I should probably go in the code and make sure that you have a higher score than 0 before it uploads your score. But right now, we are at 0. Let's go ahead and jump back. And in this game, you have your standard controls: A and T to rotate, W to thrust, left mouse is fire, hyperspace is your right mouse. Now, there are some levels where hyperspace doesn't work, but on those levels, the right mouse button usually gives you either shielding or like a burst of speed on some levels, etc. So your right mouse button always does something, but sometimes hyperspace is a little bit overpowered on those particular levels. So like the turbulent trauma, for example, hyperspace would be way too powerful on that level, but instead the right mouse button gives you a burst of speed. So in this game, you can do permanent upgrades to your ship. You can upgrade your firepower, your thrust power, your rotation speed by getting enough Valor Stars, which you find inside small asteroids in the game, or just will spawn on some levels. So you collect those, and those stars will save at the end of every game. So even if you're not doing very good right at the start, as long as you're getting stars, you are progressing, because you're accumulating stars that you can use towards upgrades, or even towards buying a fancy colored ship if you prefer a different color, or you want one of my little evil face ships that I kind of drew when I ran out of colors to. So these obviously don't do anything to your ship, they just have a different look, just cosmetic. So we do have 49 stars, but we're going to go ahead and continue trying to play the game. Let me go ahead and jump in here, guys. All right. Let's go ahead and start out. Now, one thing you can do, so each of these letters does stand for a sector of the galaxy that you can start in. So, like V, for example, is the vintage level, where it's kind of like the classic rock shooter, right? You have UFOs in this level. K is, for example, this basically stands Night for Mama, like Knight, Night for Mama, where you got to protect your mothership. E is like a black hole level. E is a turbulent trauma level that I created where the aliens are throwing big red bars at you at high speeds that you have to dodge. Shooting does you no good in that game. Hyperspace is also wiped out in that game, so your right mouse button does give you a burst of speed in that level. Orbital peril is O, and that's kind of where you're going through a space worm or a space tunnel, and you have asteroids that you have to watch out for, and you got to shoot aliens to progress. R is an interesting level that I came up with. It's sort of like the vintage level with asteroids and UFOs, but the asteroids can only be blown up by ricocheting your bullets off an edge of the screen and hitting the asteroids that way. If you try to shoot an asteroid directly, the bullet can bounce off the asteroid and it can even come back and you can blow yourself up. And then Z is my zombie apocalypse level where you actually see zombies in space. Let's go ahead and start with the turbulent trauma. So as you hover your spaceship over any of these levels, you'll see more information about it. Down here, should you want to read that, kind of tells you if hyperspace works and what the goal of the game is, or goal of the level. But yeah, let's go ahead. Another thing you can do as well, guys, is if you don't want to pick a level yourself, if you just want it to be random, you can come off of all the letters, hit your hyperspace button, and your ship will kind of decide where it wants to go. So it'll actually pick one of the letters itself in this introduction level. Well, let's go ahead and start with the interesting turbulent trauma level here. And it'll kind of give you an idea as you load into every level, kind of what the goal is. Mission: avoid getting your ass kicked by bars. The aliens are hurling massive molten iron rods at you. Use your speed burst to help you escape a shattering death. Right? We're going to go ahead and start accumulating these stars. And you only start every game with 5 lives. And should you want to buy extra lives, you can do that once you lose enough lives to where you only have 1 life left, or no lives left. The game will give you an option to buy an extra life or a certain amount of stars. You want to buy an extra life? So it's kind of your choice if you want to use your stars for extra lives in one game, or if you want to save them up for permanent upgrades. So that's me using my right mouse button for a speed burst. You kind of hear a vroom vroom. So this level continues to go on until a certain number of bars, until you pass them. And stars will spawn randomly here. Alright. Oh, that one got me. So I've lost 2 lives now. It'll tell you how many points you lost by not successfully maneuvering around that bar, by the way. To kind of add salt to your wound. Let's see there, I got 216 for avoiding it. Sometimes they're pretty easy to dodge, sometimes they're nearly impossible to dodge, so kind of like that one. So getting practice and kind of understanding where they might be coming from by the warning that you get is part of the game. That time, I would have successfully got past it had I not speed bursted right into it. We're going to hit no here. And there I did the same thing. So do I want to use 8 Valor Stars to buy another ship? No. We'll go ahead and just accept the game being over. And now we see I've moved up from 0 to 4,072. So let's go ahead and try again. And this time, let's go ahead and try the Orbital Peril. I like this level. So mission, destroy the enemies. You see the enemies here? Rotate around the wormhole and avoid the dangers of aliens and asteroids. Destroy the enemy. So basically you have to destroy enough of the pink aliens to pass the level. And also, picking up stars will help you, obviously, just like the other levels. Oh, missed one of them. Now the aliens do come in swarms, and they will fire at you and go round and round the space tunnel or the wormhole here. Here they come. See them? So if you get a lot of these guys, obviously, you know, taking them out as quickly as possible can prevent you from dying like I just did. And they get harder to shoot as they get further back like that. But if you kill all of them before they fade into the distance, you will get a bonus. And the bonus depends on how many of them were in the swarm. Killing the enemies themselves are worth around 100 points each. You get more points depending on what level you're on. We're only on level 1 because I just restarted the game. Ah. Well, that's what I'm talking about. You can see that even though I didn't get a high score my first game, and I didn't do that well, I got a lot of stars that I'm able to go ahead and use, either for future, you know, upgrades or for buying extra lives or whatever. Damn it. I am not doing this that good on this level. Get this guy. We get 800 bonus points. Yeah, this is one of my favorite levels that I came up with here. Orbital Peril. I also really like the zombie mode I came up with. Yeah, just dodging all these rocks is a lot of fun. The enemies. So once we shoot a certain number of these pink aliens, then we will pass this level and move on to the next. You can also move twice as fast, like it said, with hyperspace by holding down your right mouse button. You can a lot faster. We got 9,500 points, but we've already lost 3 lives. There we go. So now I've passed the level. You can see that it says hit space to continue on. You can continue firing at these enemies if you want, get a few more points. But I have now passed the level, and no more asteroids will come, and no more enemies will come at this point. Anything that's on the screen you can clear off, and this goes for any of the levels. Once you see your advanced message down there, a lot of times you can continue getting points with whatever's left on the screen, but the game should give you no more enemies and no more asteroids to destroy. So with these stars, you notice I shoot the yellow rocks and I get a star that kind of stays in place until I pick it up. Here soon, I might decide to make the yellow stars fade out over time, kind of like the power-ups you'll see. They fade out over time as well. But if you crash your ship into a yellow rock, or if a UFO comes in, shoots a yellow rock, the star will not stay in place like that. It will actually fall off the screen, and you'll hear a weird sound, letting you know that you have a falling star that you need to go catch, or you're going to lose it. So there's a UFO. These things are pretty deadly. You want to try to take them out as quickly as possible if you're going to go for them. And power-ups like this rapid fire here, with the drawing of the AK-47 that I drew. I actually drew all the objects myself, including the power-ups. So I drew that AK-47 gun with a mouse. A lot of these sound effects as well are sound effects that I made. As you see, we were advancing to level 3. A lot of these sound effects are sound effects that I mouth right into my mic, because it was just easier to kind of mouth the sounds that I wanted and then, you know, adjust them with like Audacity than to try to find what I wanted or what I was looking for online. Ah! Oh, a hyperspace. That's the danger of hyperspace. You could hyperspace. We're going to go ahead and buy an extra life here because we want to protect Mama. And because we already got 15,000 points. Oh! So if Mama does die, you lose a life, and you have to start all over again. We're going to go ahead and hit no here. I don't like the cost of the $7 stars. I would rather use points to upgrade. But we do have one more life. We didn't buy one. It does offer you the opportunity to buy an extra life when you just have one life left, and it should as well when you have no lives left. So we want to try to take this enemy out. It's almost dead. There we go. This will help. Leave my mom alone, guys. But you only get to pick your level the first time, right before the game. After that, it's all chosen randomly by the game. Damn it. So anytime you die, you lose your power-up as well. So we now have our game over. So we did get a high score there, 19,344. Let's go ahead and try again and see if we can't do any better. Let's go ahead and let the game randomly decide. Let me go ahead and hyperspace to a level, and we'll go ahead and start here with zombies. So you just hyperspace on one of the letters, start that level. Yeah, this is another level that I really like. Cannot wrap around in this level, just because while playtesting it, I saw that it was too powerful, especially with hyperspace as well. So this is where things like having thrust power is going to help you, especially getting out of danger quickly. Ooh, I barely. Oh, it got me. I was hoping I could kill him right before he got me. So sometimes the zombies, when they get really hurt, they will leave. They will decide to take off. I guess those are kind of your smarter zombies, if you would. Ah! Here's the rocks that they throw at you. Ah! No! No, that was close. Oh my god, that was close. Rock at me. Damn it. Okay, we do have a star. See how that zombie there, the red one? He decided, you know what? I'm out of here. Get him. Don't let him get away. Oh, I was trying to get the star in the gun and... Yeah, I think this level is really fun. was able to hyperspace away just in time there. Alright, kill enough zombies to advance. And we go back to the basic level. So see, we are progressing. As long as you're not just buying as many extra lives as you can every game, then you should be saving up stars that you can use to upgrade your ship with permanent upgrades. It's always tempting a lot of times, though, to buy that extra ship. Especially, like, if you almost have a high score or whatever. Want to always give the player options when it comes to that kind of stuff. Eight Valor Stars, we're gonna save them. Kind of expensive, I think. So see, that falling star just fell off the screen because the UFO shot it. Get that yellow rock there so the star stays there until I get it. Like that, we only have one life left. I'm gonna probably die trying to kill this guy, but got it. Another power up that gives us the ability to have protection. All threats, including asteroids, so we can kind of, if we can hit it, we can kind of run right through this rock with our power up, kill it. Now we can advance. Go right back to the same level again. There is a slim chance that you will see this vintage level twice in a row. I think it's almost impossible to see it 3 times in a row. I would do that. I think it's impossible. Now I am repeatedly mashing my left mouse button rather than just holding it down because it does cause me to have a little bit higher, faster fire rate. And when you're firing at a UFO, you want to get... Now we don't have to worry about it too much. Ah! And now we can just hold our mouse button down with this power up. And you see the time left in the power up by the yellow bar on the outer perimeter of the screen. About 20 seconds, I do believe. Like how you can just spray your bullets. Alright, we've almost beat our high score. We only have 1 life left. I think our high score, 20,000 would get us the high score right now. You lose any power-ups when you move on to the next level, despite how much time you might have left in them. We're back to another one of my favorite levels, the Orbital Peril. I just really like this level. I think it's a lot of fun. Pretty proud of it. Now also in this level here, the rocks do not, like bigger rocks do not break down into like smaller rocks. Just because it was too dangerous with them coming at you the way they do. So we lost our last life, and we'll offer an opportunity for 7. We're gonna go ahead and take it here, because we want to see if we can beat our high score. Probably not, I'll probably die in a matter of seconds here. Yeah. There we go. No! We're so close. We're gonna, yeah, it's only 6. We're gonna go ahead and buy it, and we're gonna wait and spawn. Wait for the right time. Oh man, I've really lasted a long time there. Let's go ahead and buy another one here. We want 20,000, baby. There we go. We're so close to 20K. Comes another swarm. Got 20k, we set a high score. So we haven't shot enough of the aliens yet to advance. We're probably close though. Stars are always tempting. Ooh, 22,000. Still haven't beat enough. Not enough the alien. Alright, so now we finally got enough of the aliens on that one to advance to level 5. And we get to 30,000. Alright. So back to the basic level. With the UFOs, which are good. You know, don't take this level lightly just because it's the basic level. The UFOs can definitely present a real threat. Danger. Whatever the word is that I'm looking for. Trying to clear out as many of these rocks as I can before the UFOs come. Definitely want to get that star. There it is. Before I die. Up. 29,137. 6 Valor Stars buys us another ship. Let's do it. I do want to save some of my stars for an upgrade, though. I would definitely want to buy at least one for the thrust, because thrust is kind of slow to start off with, and if you just upgrade it once or twice, it makes a huge difference. Ah, of course I crashed. Yeah, at 8 stars, I'm going to keep them. So let's go ahead, guys, and now that we got a high score with just our basic default ship, 29,137, we're going to go ahead and come here. And I think the most important, and I'm the one who made this game. Obviously, you guys, by playing the game, can make your own mind. You know, some people might want to use the points to buy a pretty color. But I think thrust is probably the most important, at least for me. Now, you can refund the upgrades that you do, but you won't get as many points back. It's around 65-70% of the stars back in a refund. But now we have 26. Let's go ahead and buy an extra firepower as well. Vektor. Now I only have 1 life left. Let's see if that makes any difference in the game. Let's go ahead and let the game decide again for us so we're certain. We'll go ahead and go. Hey, I have no problem with Orbital Peril. I like that level. I lose a lot of lives on it, but I think it's fun. See if we can get a higher score than the 29,800. But this time we only have 1 star to start off, so we're not going to be able to buy as many extra ships. Sure. we've already got 2 stars. Nice. And here come the aliens. Are these the same aliens? Oh boy. Starting off real good there. A star. Missed it. Went all the way up there for that little rock and then missed it. Too many big rocks around that yellow one. Too dangerous. Bastards. 5 in this swarm. So you can see how dangerous it can be with 5 or more of them shooting at you. Yeah, you definitely want to take these guys out as quickly as you can. Threat is real. And obviously, if you guys do buy this game and, you know, you find a bug or anything like that, be sure and report it over on my forums for the game. The more information you can give me, the better when it comes to reporting bugs and problems. Screenshots are always good, especially if, like, there's an error message. If you guys have any ideas on how you think the game could be better, be sure to let me know that in the forums as well, over on the forums for this game, Vektor Z. And right now, guys, the game just launched, so there is a 15% discount, which saves you about $1 game. One more. Got the yellow rock, but I missed the star because I had to get out of the way of another rock. Stars are good, but they're not worth losing a life over. So now we've shot enough of lives. I could hit space and just move on to the next level, but my greed is going to cause me to try to take all these bastards out. Get those extra points. And again, back to the basic level. So you're going to find that the game sends you back to this basic level between all the other levels. You're going to see more of this level than any other level. I mean, this is classic rock shooting right here. Yeah, alright, I'll take it. And you'll want all the stars you can get because the upgrades start costing a fortune especially as you upgrade your ship quite a bit. So like if you really want to get up to like, you know, 7, 8, or 9 thrust power or whatever, for example, firepower, you're going to need a lot of stars. You're going to have to grind this game quite a bit. A rock. I'll break down. More. And we get this raw level again. Again, I lost my power up. I guess getting this level twice in a row happens more than I thought, because I went to this level twice in a row twice now. Give me that star. Ah. That was close. 12 stars. Like that. Ah, that was close. Yeah, I want to shoot those yellow rocks and not let the UFO get them. Now, sometimes you might die, like right here, and it might be your last life, and you might want to buy the extra ship just so you can go collect all your other stars that you haven't picked up yet. Just saying. So, you know, you can have some interesting choices here. the way I've coded the game. Interesting scenario is it UFOs. I really want to kill this bastard. Oh, that was so close. I almost crashed into him. That actually made me clench my butt cheeks. Alright. Orbital peril again. Wow. A lot of orbital peril. Sorry though. That was close. That was a little bit risky. And these things do start coming at you faster and faster depending on the level, so be wary of that. Oh. I don't use my speed burst a lot on this level just because it's almost uncontrollable fast. So I'm not really used to it. I'm sure if you use it more, you'll get more used to it, the timing on it. But there's a lot of threats on this level, and going that fast can be dangerous, in my opinion. Ah! That fucking rock hit me from getting that star. Evil rock it is. So I kind of have a pattern for taking these bad boys out, and it's pretty effective, but that's where you see that back and forth movement like that. That time it wasn't that effective. We have 20 stars. We have 23,000. Let's go ahead. It's 7 Valor stars, though. Fuck it. Let's do it. Hopefully we can get a few of those stars back here soon. Hard to get stars when you... Yeah, that was a waste of 7 stars because I really sucked and fucked it up. I want to set the high score though, so I'm going to continue buying the stars as long as I have them. Ah, I wanted to shoot that guy. There's one of them back. Can I get this one? No. Damn it. All my Valor stars to continue playing. Let's do it. Sometimes you end up buying the extra ship just because you want to get revenge. Right there. Yeah, that was more revenge than anything else. Or the motivation was more revenge. Wanted to kill that bastard who killed me. Only got 2 stars back. Not enough. We still have 1 life left. I've been buying the extra lives with 1 life left. That's great. Still have a chance to beat our high score. We only need a couple more thousand. Killing this guy would help. There we go, 1,250. So close, guys, to beating our first high score. Go, we can advance. Let's do it. Let's get out of here. Alright. This is probably easier than finishing that swarm would have been. We're over 30,000 now. One of our stars back. We're going to go ahead and accept this high score. We're going to keep our stars. We're not going to buy any more extra ships. We'll probably die right here anyway. This is where firepower comes in big, though. Like, killing UFOs, especially. Ooh. Got the shield protection. not real worried with the shield protection. UFO does not scare me. To take out this last guy quick. Level 6, 35,000. Turbulent trauma. After this level again. Watch for the warnings. What side it's coming from. That's how you use your speed burst on this level. And you only have it available when your center icon is on. But be careful on this level because using it does render your ship useless. So obviously we didn't have enough stars to be given an opportunity for an extra life there, and so our game were just like that. Pretty happy. That is my highest score in the game yet, 36,850. I challenge you guys, if you guys have been watching me, to go out and buy a Vektor Z and beat my high score. So hopefully this will give anybody that's maybe thinking about the game an opportunity to look at my new game, determine, decide if they want to buy it and play it themselves. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. I'm going to go watch some football. Playoff weekend, so I'm pretty excited to see big games. Have a good one out there, everybody. Take care. Thanks for watching.